Hello, this is Mark Satterfield, and welcome to the Velvet Rope Playbook. Tonight's chapter, The Forum Illusion, What the Rich Really Buy, and How to Sell It Without Selling. If you've ever stepped inside the forum shops at Caesar's Palace, you already know it's not a mall. It's a stage set. It's what happens when retail meets theater, when shopping is designed not for efficiency, but effect. And when money doesn't just buy things, it buys a feeling. Marble statues, curved staircases, ceiling frescoes, an indoor sky that transitions from daylight to dusk every hour, complete with Roman gods and the sound of coins hitting fountains. It's excessive, it's artificial, and it's brilliant. Because while most retailers sell clothes, watches, or handbags, the forum shops sell context. And every service provider trying to reach high net worth clients can take a masterclass from that. You're not just competing on what you offer. You're competing on how your offer feels inside the world you've constructed around it. That's the kind of thinking that powers everything I teach in my best-selling books and training programs. And if you're ready to build a business that the wealthy feel drawn to, not because you pitched them, but because they couldn't look away, well, go to getwealthyclients.com. That's where you'll find all my #1 Amazon best-selling books, which for a short period of time are available for free. Now, let's step into the marble hallways and learn what the forum shops reveal about selling to the affluent. Lesson number 1. Wealth buys environments, not products. The wealthy don't go to the foreign shops because it's practical. They go because it's transportative. The ceilings create an illusion of time. The pathways mimic ancient grandeur. The soundscape is engineered to feel inevitably expensive. And when a client walks into Chanel or Cartier there, they're not comparing prices. They're reaffirming their identity. That's the first lesson. The wealthy don't need your service. They need to feel something about themselves while buying it. There's a private stylist named Sebastian Rowe who only takes on clients after a 3-part interview. No website, no press. His studio is a penthouse apartment with one rolling rack and a wall of champagne bottles. Why does he close $25,000 styling retainers without effort? Because the setting tells the story. You're not just buying a wardrobe. You're entering a theatrical experience of elegance and control. Which brings me to lesson number 2. Everything is staged to slow you down. One of the secrets of the forum shops is that there is no direct path. Everything curves, everything winds. You can't just run in, grab what you need, and leave. Because the wealthy are never in a rush when they spend money. They want to be immersed. They want discovery. They want seduction. There's a consultant named Ray Lindstrom who coaches family offices on intergenerational transition. Her entire client experience is built to slow the client down. First, a handwritten welcome note, not emailed. Then a printed values map. Then a personal call to discuss the history of their money, not the strategy. She doesn't move fast because her clients don't want fast. They want to feel like time is made for them, and that's what the forum shops deliver in spades. And that's what your website, your onboarding, your follow-up emails, and even your tone should mimic. If you want help designing a brand that feels like that kind of immersive experience, visit getwealthyclients.com. The books, scripts, and brand training programs there will help you build a service that doesn't push people to a decision. It pulls them into a world they don't want to leave. That's getwealthyclients.com. Lesson number 3. It's not real, but it's better than real. The forum shops are pure illusion. They're not ancient Rome. They're not real luxury in the European sense. But the point is, they're better than real. They're what fantasy looks like with a $100 million budget. And the wealthy, they don't care if it's authentic. They care if it's elevated. There's a man named Damian Costas who coaches private chefs on building ultra-premium clientele. He doesn't advertise cooking classes. He sells culinary discretion for legacy households. Clients come for the food, but they stay and refer because of the way it feels to say they hired him. He understands the forum lesson. You don't have to be ancient. You just have to be timeless enough to feel aspirational. Now, here's a story. There's a woman in Dallas named Mara Kincaid. She's a CPA, or at least that's what it says on paper. But her actual business? Helping quietly wealthy families reframe their finances so they align with how they want to be perceived by their children, their boards, and their circles. She doesn't advertise services. She positions herself as the private CFO of intentional wealth. And the most brilliant part? She mails every prospect a box. Inside, a Roman coin, a short manifesto on wealth's impermanence, and a thin, suede-bound card that reads, "Every empire must be architected. Shall we begin?" It's pure forum. Fake Roman coin, fake scroll, real impact. She gets clients flying in from London and Sao Paulo, not because she's the smartest accountant, but because she feels like a destination. Remember, the forum shops succeed not because of what they sell, but because they make you feel like you're somewhere you don't want to leave. That's your challenge. Whether you sell consulting, wealth management, branding, luxury travel, or private health advisory, you need to design a brand experience that feels like an invitation into something elevated. Because wealthy clients don't need more help. They want to buy into something that reflects their taste, their tempo, and their self-perception. The forum shops show us how to do it. And if you want the blueprint for building that into your business, go to getwealthyclients.com. That's where you'll find my books, including The Gilded Revival, The Velvet Rope Playbook, and The Affluent Marketing Blueprint, as well as a vault of resources designed to help you rise above your competitors, not through hustle, but through status alignment. Design the world they want to walk into, and then watch who shows up. This is Mark Satterfield. Thanks for listening to this chapter of the Velvet Rope Playbook. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.